I'm Victoria, and this is What Victoria Read. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I am absolutely delighted and honoured to say that the wonderful, lovely spouse Harry has agreed to put together my February TBR. Now, if you've been following me on social media, you will know that I'm actually filming this on the day it's going up. I think it's like the 5th of February. So we're already almost a week into the month, but life gets in the way sometimes. Also, if you can hear prowling in the background, I've got two very active cats who are currently chasing each other. So yes, so the absolutely amazing Harry has agreed to do my Feb TBR. I've obviously already seen it and I have actually started reading it, and I am so excited to show you the books that they have chosen. Harry is one of my all-time favourite people. They are just such a kind of ray of human kindness and goodness. And yeah, I was so chuffed when they agreed to pick this TBR. They also agreed to film a clip, which was really wonderful because anyone who doesn't know Harry, they aren't a booktuber themselves. They are married to the fantastic Leanne from Literary Diversions, and they quite often pop up in Leanne's vlogs. They also did a kind of like most likely to, I think it was, video just before Christmas, which I will link in the description because it absolutely cracked me up, and it's definitely a video that I go back to from time to time when I'm feeling a little bit blue. So they're kind of used to being in Leanne's videos, but they've never actually sat down and filmed a clip by themselves. So when they said that they were willing to do that, I was just so honoured. So I will stop waffling. I'm going to pass you over to Harry and they will show you the books that they have put onto my February TBR.
Am I in the right position?
Are you facing the camera in the middle?
Yes.
Then you're great.
Okay. I'm new to this filming stuff. Well, doing it for me, anyway. Hello! It's Harry here. You might know me from times I've featured on my wife Leanne's channel over at Literary Diversions. I'm more commonly known as lovely spouse Harry. Victoria is one of our favourite people and one of the nicest people I've ever had the pleasure of calling a friend. She has left her TBR fate in my hands. Mwahaha. She has asked me to pick one reread and 6 books. Oh, fuck's sake. She's asked me to book... No, she hasn't. She's asked me to read... No, she hasn't done that either. This could take a while. Manic laughter from the edges.
I'm sorry, I'm going away.
She's asked me to pick one reread and 6 books from her TBR shelf. So here we go. First for the reread. I'm going for His Bloody Project. It's a book that I hardly ever hear about on YouTube. On Booktube. It's one of the most interesting books I've ever listened to on audiobook, and I reread it many years later, and when I reread it I didn't remember anything about it. It was like a completely different book from the first time I had memories of it, so I think it's weird. It's a weird book. I hope you enjoy rereading it, and I want to hear your opinions, please. Now we're on to new books. So, Tipping the Velvet, one of the first queer books I ever read. I love the historical elements of this and the wide range of experiences that go on, so I hope you enjoy them too, Victoria. Next is the #1 Detective Agency. No, that's not even the right title. Next is the #1 Detective... Next is the #1 Ladies Detective Agency.
Woo!
There was a few takes of that one. I kept on leaving out the ladies. I mustn't leave out the ladies. No, exactly. This I also read on audiobook, and I loved the accents and the atmosphere, community and the humour. So I hope, again, that you like it too. And now we have Frostheart. I haven't read this book, don't know much about the book, but it had a Yeti on the front, so bring it on. If you like it, I'm going to give it a go, because Yetis! The Ace of Spades is another one I'm choosing. The reason I'm picking this one is because I had not heard of it at all. I looked it up on GoodReads, and not the actual GoodReads bump about it, but somebody's review of it said, sex, lies, and fighting back against racism. So I'm in. I'm sure you'll be in too.
Bump is a Scottish word meaning
Next is The Age of Witches. I'm interested in the depiction of witches, so this has that in there. Apparently it's about a long line of witches. I think trouble they get themselves into and possibly out of again. Please let me know. And lastly, we have Pew. I was very interested in the premise of this one. It's about a character, like the main protagonist, I think is the term. I'm not very good at technical stuff. And from what I can gather, they don't speak for a large part of the book. And it's other people's relationships that they talk to this person that doesn't talk back. So there you are, Victoria. My picks for you. Good luck. Let me know.
Didn't they do so well? That clip is just amazing. I've watched it a lot because it brings me so much joy. Also, huge thanks to Leanne, who obviously edited it for us. You can tell from the editing in that that was not my work. So thank you so much, Leanne, for doing that. I really, really appreciate it. So these are the books that Harry has chosen. So I've already started reading this one. I went for the audiobook because that's what Harry recommended and it was on Scribe. So at the time of filming this, I'm already halfway through. I am also currently reading the #1 Ladies Detective Agency. I'm reading this in physical format because I couldn't find the audiobook on Scribe. I think it's only on Amazon, which I don't have for audiobooks. And then I'm going to gradually work my way through the rest of this fantastic stack. So yeah, they chose a really great bunch of books that I'm really excited about. I've also got 3 others that have also made their way onto my TBR this month. 2 are buddy reads and 1 is just an extra one that I just want to get to. So the extra one that I definitely want to pick up is Are Prisons Obsolete by Angela Y. Davis. So this was gifted to me for Christmas by Amy at Amy Myers. She sent it in the box of treats and I've got a whole video for that as well, so I'll drop that in the description. This is unscribed and I feel like, given the subject matter and it's non-fiction, I think that will work better for me than reading it physically. So I've already got that downloaded, and once I finished his bloody project on audiobook, this will be the next one. So that will be on my TBR. Sorry, both the cats are behind the camera and really trying to distract me. And then I have 2 buddy reads this month. So I really slowed down on buddy reads at the end of last year because I'm rubbish basically in term time at keeping up. But I want to try again this year. So at the moment, at the time of filming, I am buddy reading A Psalm of Storms and Silence by Rosanna A. Brown, and I'm currently buddy reading this with Olivia Savannah from Olivia's Catastrophe. And it's the sequel to A Song of Wraiths and Ruin, which I read at the start of last year, and it was a real surprise favourite for me, because it's fantasy and it's quite high fantasy, it feels like. But I just, for some reason, really connected with it and really enjoyed it. And I was only halfway through the first one when I pre-ordered the second one. So this popped through. And then Olivia Savannah was like, do you want a buddy read? So we are currently buddy reading it. Can we also just enjoy how stunning that cover is? Because it is absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to have this on the shelf next to the first one once I've read it. As you can see, we're not very far in. We're going quite slowly, which I appreciate, although I'm already behind. Because some evenings when I get home from work, I just don't have the brain capacity for reading, but Olivia's been very kind about it. So yes, this is a sequel, so I can't really tell you that much about it, but it's West African inspired fantasy. And in the first one, we have a princess who needs the heart of a king in order to bring back her mother from the dead. And we've got a boy who needs to kill a queen in order to get his sister back from a demon, and they're kind of on this collision course, and this is the second book. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far and I'm excited to read that in February. And then my other buddy read is going to be in half term, so hopefully that'll be a bit more successful, and that is If I Had Your Face by Frances Shah, not sure. I'm buddy reading this with Charlotte from Books and Bargains. We both bought this when we were in Oxford. We kind of bought it for each other, I think that's how we both ended up with copies, and decided then we were going to buddy read it. So this month is the month. So it says, in Seoul, where impossible beauty standards and ruthless social hierarchies dictate your every move, 4 women are balancing on a razor's edge. Set in the drinking dens and beauty salons of South Korea's capital, If I Had Your Face is an electrifying debut novel about female strength, resilience, and the solace that friendship can provide. So I'm really intrigued by this. I've not ever read, I don't think, a book set in South Korea, so it should be really interesting. And I heard Emma from Drinking by My Shelf, I think she read it and really enjoyed it. I think that's where both of us heard about it. So yes, it should be good. So let's do the Booktube book stack lift. So these are all the books on my February TBR. We've got the amazing books that Harry chose and then 3 others that I've added on. I'm very excited about these. If you got to this point in the video, leave me, let's go with the crocodile emoji or alligator emoji. I don't know how you tell the difference, particularly from this kind of image, but I love this cover. So leave me a crocodile or alligator emoji if you got to this point in the video. Please subscribe if you would like more of this chaos, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks everyone. Bye.